Welcome back everybody to another video. Today we're going to be finding the shorter side of a right angled triangle using hypotenuse theorem, Pythagoras theorem, what am I talking about? But we're going to start off with a joke. So what kind of teachers only fart at home? Private tutors. Because they toot privately. Okay, that's enough. So we have got another video, and we're going to find the shorter side using Pythagoras' theorem. Now, hopefully for those of you guys who have forgotten what Pythagoras' theorem is, we're going to go over it over and over again. It's a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Now, remember that a and b doesn't matter. They're interchangeable. Doesn't matter which one's which, as long as these ones are the shorter sides. And then the c squared, that's the one that's the longer side, or in other words, the hypotenuse. Right, so the shorter sides, it doesn't matter if it's, short one, number one, short one, number two, or short one, number two, short two, number one. As long as you've got the two shorter sides added together, you'll get the square of the longer side. Now, an example of how they might ask you to do it is they'll say, find the pronumeral. And see here we've got, technically, 5 is the longest side, but we're trying to find x. We're trying to find this guy here. So the way that we're going to do that is we're actually going to rethink our Pythagoras formula a little bit, because we remember that a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. And so I'm just going to show you this way first. Instead of a squared, we don't know what a squared is, so I'm just going to let it equal x squared. B squared is another short side, so I'm going to say that that's 4 squared. And then it's supposed to equal to c squared. Or we know what that is now, actually. We know that that's 5 squared. So let's move things around a little bit. So now x squared, if you remember by your algebra, is going to be 5 squared. And I'm going to take away 4 squared. So I'm going to start with the longest side squared and take away the shorter side squared. And it should leave me with what's left. And it's going to leave me with x squared equals to, what is 5 squared? It's 25. What is 4 squared? It's 16. And then from there, I can see that x squared equals to 9. And I'm thinking, what number multiplied by itself gives me 9? I can see very nicely, boop, it is 3. So x equals to 3. And that there is the shorter side. We found it. Cool. Now let's try one. I gave you a very nice example where the numbers are very clean. Let's do one where we might need to use the calculator a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight to this step here. So I'm going to put a little star here. People like to just memorize this bit here. If I want to find the shorter side, I'm just going to start with the hypotenuse, take away the shorter side. So some people write it like this. They say, okay, the hypotenuse, or my shorter side squared, is going to equal the same as my hypotenuse squared. Take away the shorter side, which we have here is 8 squared. And so now I'm going to go 8 squared equals to, what is 22 squared? It is 484, big number. Take away 8 squared, which is 64. So x squared equals to 420. But I'm not going to leave it there, because that's x squared. I just want x. So remember, x is going to be the square root of 420. So again, if you put that in your calculator, it should be this button here. I'll write a little note. It looks like this, and it's got a square in it. On your calculator, I'm going to take the square root of 420, and I'm going to get 20.5. And I'm going to say that that's to 1 decimal point, and the units is in meters. So I forgot to do my units on the other one. Hopefully that's a bit of a reminder for you guys. Don't forget your units. So hopefully that explains how we do these questions and how we find the shorter side. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.